Well, for most of us, Thanksgiving is a day to spend with family and friends.
But sadly for the homeless, it can be just another day of trying to survive out on the streets. But as Chris 6 reporter Ashley Portillo shows us, some volunteers spent their holiday bringing holiday cheer to the homeless.
So today, local homeless shelters like the Good Samaritan Rescue Mission opened their doors to provide a Thanksgiving dinner to hundreds of homeless people, and dozens of volunteers also came and gave their time to help serve those in need.
Just good to see the folks stepping out and taking care of other people. I'm extremely thankful.
From the turkey to the veggies to the pies, all of it was served at homeless shelters across the city.
This is fantastic. This is super cool.
At the Good Samaritan Rescue Mission, volunteers fed almost 200 people.
Life is good. That's what I say. I mean, these people are so blessed, to go out of their way to help needy people.
And over at Mission 911, about a dozen people sat down for their turkey dinner with side orders of good company.
Today, I feel happy. I'm in the spirit of everything when I wasn't in the spirit before.
And those who are separated from their loved ones found comfort with friends that have turned into family.
I was always spending these holidays by myself. Now I have 7, 8, 9, 10 brothers with me, so I'm grateful.
And no matter what, everyone was thankful for having one another.
Just enjoying wonderful people and very blessed to be eating a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner and then watch football.
Ashley Portillo, Chris 6 News.
And by the way, those Thanksgiving meals served at Mission 911 made possible thanks to donations from local businesses like Redline Burgers and the Riddle Room.
Well, the Salvation Army shelter on Josephine Street also opened its doors today, and its heart to the homeless. They held their annual Thanksgiving lunch. More than 400 people showed up for this feast. Over 24 volunteers started cooking at 4 o'clock this morning. They made sure that there was enough food to go around, and everyone got an extra serving of love.
Being in service is taking what you have and giving that light to somebody else. People who are homeless and in shelters, they're coming from a place where they need joy. And when you have Christ in your life, you have joy, so you spread the joy.
That's right. And Salvation Army organizers say they wanted to provide good fellowship for those without a home.
Well, there was hot food for the hungry and music for the soul over at Sokol Hall today.
Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Now, this is where the 76th annual Joe Salem Thanksgiving dinner was held. The late Joe Salem, a local businessman, started this celebration as a way to give something back to the community. Hundreds of turkey leg dinners with all the fixings and tons of desserts were served today, but there's a special ingredient that has kept this celebration going year after year.
Everything that happens here is from the heart.
Local companies also donated prizes and gift cards and even some bikes there that were all given away during today's meal.
See, those turkey legs are known for that.
Good.
So the Mother Teresa shelter, by the way, they were handing out blessings today.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless you. Thank you.
Volunteers at the shelter handed out blessing bags. They were filled with toiletries like deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and body washes. Over 200 of these blessing bags were distributed today. It's thanks to a partnership between the shelter and Coastal Community and Teachers Credit Union.
So, how did you celebrate Thanksgiving today?
Right. When we come back, we're going to take a look at this special day and how it was celebrated around the country. And we also asked some of your neighbors what they're thankful for this year. You're going to hear their answers as we go to commercial breaks all throughout the newscast.
Mostly just thankful for my family and life.
I actually found my whole family after 27 years. Found my kids, my sister, 4 nephews. I got 4 grandkids I didn't know about. Haven't seen them in 27 years. Found them last week. God's blessed me this year.
Chris 6 News is brought to you by NAC Co-op Energy, your not-for-profit electricity source for home and business. Now, Chris 6 News at 6 continues.
Well, President Trump did not spend Thanksgiving at home.
Indeed, he didn't. He made a surprise visit to Afghanistan to spend time with the American troops who were deployed there. The president flew into Bagram Airfield and spent more than 2.5 hours on the ground. During his visit, he announced the U.S. holding peace talks with the Taliban, and he believes that they want a ceasefire. The president helped serve turkey dinners to the troops and thanked them for their service.
But there's nowhere I'd rather celebrate this Thanksgiving than right here with the toughest, strongest, best and bravest warriors on the face of the earth. You are indeed that.
You may recall the president and first lady made a similar trip to Iraq last year on Christmas night. Vice President Mike Pence also paid a visit to troops in Iraq this week. Well, as always, there is more to Thanksgiving than family get-togethers and that big turkey dinner.
It's also about pigskin pooches and parades. Dan Sheneman shows us how the country celebrated Thanksgiving 2019.
The day started with tradition. In New York City, millions of spectators feasted their eyes on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
I mean, to the moon and back, it's just been fantastic.
Despite concerns about high winds, the balloons got off the ground.
We love Snoopy. Snoopy was the best.
One balloon, Ronald McDonald, was deflated when a small tear became a large tear.
The Belgian Malinois.
Some Americans chose pups over parades and watched the National Dog Show. While football fans could have some pigskin with their turkey, the NFL's day kicked off in Detroit.
3, 2, 1.
The holiday started at the starting line in South Florida, where thousands of runners hit the road at a turkey trot.
I'm gonna run 3 miles.
It's kind of motivating to start the day, and starting the holiday. And then we get to eat more turkey.
For others, the buffet line had to follow waiting in line for some pre-Black Friday deals.
I'm looking for a new TV in my room, so I'll be getting that.
Happy Thanksgiving, and remember, Christmas is less than a month away. Dan Sheneman, NBC News.
Christmas is less than a month away.
Was Dale mentioned earlier, the weather was mild but a bit gloomy today.
But will it brighten up in time for the weekend? Find out after the break.
We're thankful for being as a family, being together.
And I'm very thankful for my family. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for Lime scooters.
What I'm very thankful for is the Lord above.
God takes care of me.
6 weather is brought to you by Aztec Chevrolet in Beeville. Visit AztecAutoplex.com. Now, the most accurate weather forecast in South Texas with Chief Meteorologist Dale Nelson.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. Beautiful day here is your Aztec Chevrolet forecast up in Beeville. We had great weather there and everywhere else in the coastal bend, although it was cloudy and right now 70 degrees. The high today was 71, which is 1 degree below normal, so I think we'll take it. And again, overall not bad. We'll drop to 68 in a couple hours and then on into the upper 60s around midnight, but a milder air will be moving in from the Gulf as our winds go from east-northeast to easterly and then on to east-southeasterly and southeast. Our temperatures will actually be steady or slowly rising through the night to about 70 to 71 by daybreak, and we'll pick up a few showers. This looks like a lot of rain. We're not going to see that. This is just what the graphics are showing, but we're actually just going to pick up a little bit of light rain here overnight and early in the morning. Damp and mild, some light rain around at 7 and 70 degrees. Windy and warmer, though, at noon and 79, and warm and breezy and 77. Not a lot of sunshine again tomorrow, just like today at 5 p.m. But that changes here by the time we get through the weekend. 80 will be the high tomorrow, 79 in Sinton, 78 in Refugio, about 82 down in Falfurrias and Fremont. And you can see the cloud cover right here on the satellite and radar. So our frontal system is out in the Gulf of Mexico and it's backing up and warm air is overriding it. So the front is out there and the warm air goes over the top of it. That causes a little bit of lift. That moisture condenses and it causes some light rain to occur. Southwesterly flow aloft. We talked extensively about the overrunning yesterday. But why this is backing up is because this powerful storm system in the central Rockies is pulling it in that direction. This low is going to scream out of the Rockies and into the plains tomorrow. That's why we're going to get windy here with gusts up to 30 miles an hour or so in the afternoon, and then it'll race off to the northeast and weaken over the weekend. There's our southwesterly flow. You can see our moisture here, but then we also have drier air in the mid and upper levels indicated in brown here in the Gulf that will spread over the region tomorrow, and that's why we'll start to see the sunshine come out later on. This low, instead of digging further south, is actually going to kick out to the north and east on Saturday. That sends a cold front through here Saturday night, but it'll be weak because it's coming from the Rockies and not up here in Canada. Ridge builds over Sunday and Monday, and gorgeous weather expected here then for next week. Clouds and rain forecast looks like this. And again, we'll see showers in the morning early on before daybreak. By 2 o'clock with that big game that Thomas J. Henry is sponsoring out at Buck Stadium, the rain should be over with, but it'll stay cloudy and breezy across the region. And we'll see the rainfall amounts again in the morning could total around 1/4 inch. And the winds, they will turn southeasterly and increase here tomorrow afternoon. So here is a look at your NEC Co-op Energy 7-day forecast. And it looks like this across the region. 70 tonight. That'll be after midnight. 80 tomorrow. 87 Saturday. And then cooler and nice here Sunday through Thursday of next week. We actually end up in the mid to upper 40s there Monday and Tuesday morning. But terrific.
Sounds nice.
That's great. Thanks, Dale.
Well, coming up in sports, we're now just a day away from the regional semifinal round of the high school football playoffs.
And after the break, Jeff is going to have a preview of some of the games that he has his eyes on.
I'm thankful for my wife. I'm thankful for my grandkids. For all the blessings from God.
I'm thankful for my family and all my friends, my pets. I'm just really thankful for God also. He brought me here and everything. Happy Thanksgiving.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.